Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Hello, my. Yeah. Anyway, any kind of things to do in relation to a solution, to perform a solution, because solution to perform solution is a marky mark in relation to a sender, and to pin out the query in relation to relative. So, Brendan, fluid relative. No. Does it really work in relation to fluid relative, post time, or gut time? Don't know as yet. So in a way of knowing how the website work is that we are evening out into the complum of complication, because in that way Namecheap will be marking itself into the ordering system to somehow work out eBay and also solution of reference dutu. But telekisan, the kind of things to do is to solution a particular solution in relation to particular solution. But in relation to relative, what kind of position is and non-absolute in relation to padding and wanghang? Because in relation to the IE6 and IE7, it's just a form of brochures to Plakosong, a Blankan. But the World Wide Web is just a kristen of knowing how to content. Isn't that right? Java. I call Judith Java. It's kind of like Star Wars. You know that piece of thingy magic? Jarvis? Or Jaganam? So anyway, in the time of understanding the cells of position is an so ugly duckling. Thruction of knowing how to position the position absolute in relation to CSS, Custade Dakang. Because in IE7 and IE10, it's only a kutl or something in relation to the PSU. And in relation to the PSU in relation to PC Gear, what PSU is an installment based upon what happened when I first bought the computer. Who was that dude that I spoke to? Because I didn't know how to use it. So, and you gave me an example of how to use one HDD with 4 SSD in relation to that computer. But later on it works, but I tested the speed. Then I decided to use RAID 0. It's faster, RAID 0, but the other one was just a dokong of maps. So when you play games, it maps. Yeah, that's all it does. All it does is it maps. So with RAID 0, it loads faster as a web designer, conclusion of math designer, and exporting into positioned relative. So in that way, with CDA, it will plum. No, It's just a word clone of 1 HD and 4 SSD in relation to Cpang. No. So where is the instruction book? Oh. P8Z77V Premium. Okay. Smart digital power control for CPU, iGPU, and DRAM. So EPU DDR3 1600 MHz compatibility. Execute disable bit enable. Enable the non-execution page protection technology. Disable. Force the XD features flag to always return to 0. PCH configuration. High precision timer enable. Allow you to enable or disable the high precision event timer configuration option. Enable disable. Software support. AI charger. Multiple GPU support. Invada SLI technology. Intel Smart Technology Response Technology. Front I/O connector to install ASUS Q connector. Common. So anyway, in relation to that one, how does the 1 HDD works with the SSD in relation to maps for game players? It's just a normal map in relation to Battlefield, Witches of Craft, War, etc. So in that way, when it maps itself into the Koflocon, how does it memorize where you have been walked through? So the severe damage memory will mem itself sort of into the I/O. No, it's just a mala. No. I don't know much about the map game because I haven't been online for a while. It's just as a matter of facts that when it does that, it will condict the imagery in relation to the DDRAM. And in relation to the DDRAM, what kind of double sorted uneven PC gear in relation to my old Plantar? Didn't you used to have one somewhere? Many years ago? You first started your business as a small, now you've gone up. So later on, the PC gamers are uneven in relation to the I/O connector because the reset button is just a reset button, but the hit bridge of the reset. Sorry, I can't help you.